girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull off. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket, don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
Well, this venue will host Super Bowl 55 in a couple years' time, but for now, we've got non-playoff football here at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go! Check out! Wide! 622!
Jerick McKinnon, 2 years in the making, gets his first 49er carry. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Now, this series between the 49ers and the Bucs began back in 1977 in Tampa Bay's second year in the NFL. It's been a series that the 49ers have dominated, 17-7 overall, although Tampa has won the last 2 meetings.
Let's go! Strong right! Strong right! Let's go! Let's go!
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. You got nothing left.
Back to throw, Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Ready? Blue waiting. Mike spot forward. Let's go.
From the 31, Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
This is Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Check. 45.
Here's Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
45. Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Right here. 45.
Here's Locke. Taking a shot for Samuel. There's the first NFL catch for South Carolina's Deebo Samuel. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
First down, 49ers.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Check. Mexico. 45. Mike, 45. 12. Hey, Delta.
Now Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
11B. Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Yeah.
Throwing on third down. Locke. And able to haul it in is Kittle. They convert on third with a gain of 22. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former fifth-round pick. I remember that game, December, against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end.
It's second and 8 at the 20-yard line.
Line 40. Switch.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss.
45. Mike 45.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't begin.
Third and long, it's Locke. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. We're scoreless after one. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a first and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1.
Undercut. 22 jet bomber. Check 15.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. That second down play nets a -4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
Check Mike 45. I hope you got your reps because I'm about to take you to school. 45, Mike 45.
A shotgun snap for Locke. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
How about that interception? Like father, like son. Tim McDonald Sr. had 40 interceptions in the NFL, playing with Arizona and San Francisco. His son trying to follow in his footsteps.
Watch the screen.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Check.
Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is first and 10, right at the 40. Jameis to throw it. This goes to Barber, the running back. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Winston. He sets up the screen to Jones.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Hey, ready? 54. Line 54. Here we go. Let's go.
They'll throw again. Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No first down.
Matt Gay for the Buccaneers field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Mike, 45. Come on. Hey, let's go.
Love. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. On 1st and 10, Locke. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Luck now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Monday. 45, Mike, 45. Oh, you got deep?
Again, Luck. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Come on. 45. Mike, 45. Time to go, night. 45 is the mic. You're right. Bravo. 45 is the mic. 45.
Looking to throw again on second down. Luck. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
45.
Hey, Foxtrot. 40, easy, alert.
Check, 45 is the mic.
11Z.
45 is the mic. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. 45.
From the gun, here's Luck. Got a man. He finds Sanders. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Here's Luck. Screen play, McKinnon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Hey, Zoo.
Throwing again on second down. Luck. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
Here's Winston. Got a a man. It's Brashad Perriman. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain of 6.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Open man has got it. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready, black 25.
Right there, 54 Mike.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
36, 36.
30.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Blue lady.
Mike 54.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, Hal. Let's go.
On second and 12, Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 33. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Jameis now on first down. Airing this one out for Evans. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, 33 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The Niners take over the first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Love. He finds McKinnon, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
And their 49er first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their own 40. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Eric Armstead able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. To throw, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Gadwin. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready, flash, what is that? Right there, 54 Mike. Hey, get in the weight room. Save. Watch safety, flip it. Safety's good,
On 1st and 10, Winston. And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler, 6 of the last 7 years in there to make the stop.
At the 21-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Hey, check.
Mike 4.
Hey, exit.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Hey, watch that. Check.
Luck now to throw. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Luck now, 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Check 43.
Let's go, Mexico. 12.
And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Back to throw, Love. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
1st down, San Francisco.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
45, Mike, 45.
Go.
Check 45 to Mike.
Here's Love. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Mike 54.
All day, baby, all day.
Now Luck. will be intercepted for a third time. Picked off by T.J. McDonald.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. On first down, Jones. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 22.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical third down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
From the red zone now, Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Now Winston. Eluding the pressure, and a big loss here as he's taken down. D. Ford able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Now that was something, and it wasn't good. In one play, you've gone from being in the red zone to maybe out of field goal range. Totally inexcusable.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down. Gay's kick is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted.
It got his man complete, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Luck now, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Be ready, be ready. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Luck. And Sanders has got it complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
45 to Mike. 12. Let's go. 45.
Now Luck. Steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw. And this is caught. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, quick check. Hey, I-7.
I got you. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Check back.
Now it's Luck. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They go back to the ground. This time Barber. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. It happened in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that? 19. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the interception, it's Luck. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Carlton Davis picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Niners' 21-yard line.
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say